singer, songwriter, a mother, I could say first. I am a sister, a daughter. I love hosting events and socialising and connecting with people. And I genuinely just love being happy and being around people and celebrating and trying to listen to what they're dealing with to make a difference. I love bringing people together. I think it's really important that we can come together in a free space where there's no rules, no formalities, no pressure, and no hardcore expectations in the workspace, as well as I love the freeness, and especially bringing people together, not just when we're mourning at a funeral, but when we can come together and celebrate as well. So that's who I am. I would want to be remembered as someone who loves to laugh, have fun, that you see, as soon as you see me or hear of my name, you smile because you know that I bring joy. That's how I would want to be remembered, because life isn't always easy. There are ups and downs. There's so much that we deserve. We deserve the best, but you don't always get the best. And I want to be just my best self and encourage people to be their best self. So when I was at Greycoat School, secondary school, I already knew that I wanted to be a singer. I already knew probably from the age of 8, 9 that I wanted to be a singer. And that was in the 80s when I grew up, right? And then going into the 90s, I was already had my mindset. And although there's a journey where I cut records, vinyls, worked with producers, I could always see the competitive side of maybe I wouldn't get through as far as I wanted to in this industry. I actually felt confident that I had a great voice, but then along the way of the journey, I felt that I wasn't gonna be worthy of achieving my goals, especially because I was like getting into boys and, you know, and sometimes you can get involved in certain places that ain't for you. And I want to be really frank on this video, right? I really do. Like, I got into a relationship that wasn't healthy, and it didn't mean anything much to me at the time. But when I was young, I still wanted to be loved and wanted to be looked after. And it took me a long while to realize that the person that I was with and some of the friends that I was with weren't looking after me. They didn't have my back, not at all. One thing I'm hearing, right, I love this whole TikTok era and Instagram era where you got the voice bites for that 20 seconds. But there's a voice bite that says, be in your lane, flow in your lane. There's no traffic in your lane. And I heard that yesterday, like, I can go in the flow and no one can stop me. Because if you feel that you have to be in someone's system and then you feel like you can't get in, if there's a system and they say the only way you can be validated is by being in this system, and then you can't even get into that system. Before I went to the Brit School, I did something called 291 Club, which was based on the Apollo in America. 291 Club was in Hackney, 291 Club. We belong together, and you know that I'm right. Why do you play with my heart? Why do you play with my heart? And I'm laughing at it now. But they would have also discredited and dismissed my courage. Because remember, the Brit School was another level of competitiveness. This was a different kind of world of competition. So I'm 15, I'm at Greycoat School, and I go on to 291 Club, and I should have been 16. I lied about my age. But I'm coming onto the stage, and before I even sing, the crowd are booing me. This is how much does the Hackney Empire hold, do you think? 2,500?
Yeah.
About 2,500 people. Majority black people, my own people, and they booing me from the front row before I start singing. And then, so that throws me. And then I sing a little bit off key. I sing a little bit like, we belong together, because I'm shocked that they're booing me. And also you got to remember, I've come from an island where people have been enslaved, and there is a lot of trauma that comes through our blood veins. And I'm being triggered now to respond to that. So in my head, what's going on is, hold on a minute, you want to fight? Are you being hostile? Shall I be hostile to you back? But there's a whole heap of you and just one of me. But let me keep myself calm. So this is a conversation I'm having in my head. And as I'm singing, they come to me because it was a very new song. The song was called End of the Road by Boys to Men, because you're in the era of R&B and the babyface empire of music production. And I'm singing this song when it just came out fresh, because I also have a gift of knowing good songs, right? And that song was a very popular song to this day. So I chose that song. The band, I rehearsed with the band, and as I'm singing, the crowd is singing along, but then at some point, someone throws, do you know this story? At some point, someone throws a cup at me, and the plastic cup goes like this towards me, and I can see my eyes on the footage. To this day, you can watch it, and then for some reason, the angel must have licked it back like them badminton, what is it called? Shuttlecocks. When it comes to you and it goes like that, an angel must have licked it back. Because if it had come to me, I would have just boxed it back, because I'm good at tennis, right? I was good at a thing called pat ball. You understand? I was all right with but it just came to me and went. So at that moment in my head now, I'm thinking, raw, tid to backside, is tomatoes gonna start coming and onions? Honestly, it came in my head, because I'm thinking, shall I run? As I'm having a conversation with me, but I'm still singing this song, because one thing I learned by Delroy Murray and his band was we rehearsed. And because I had rehearsed, I was automatically singing this song, but I was having a conversation in my head, because I said to myself, should I run? And I said, no, you just bought these shoes are slippery, don't run, because you might fall. And then that would have been another big thing, you understand? Because remember, I'm 15, I've come out of my zone, I'm being courageous, I'm being bold. A whole heap of things. I could tell you a bit more about that, brethren. When I finished off there, I thought to myself, oh my God, I'm really bad then. Because in my head, I thought I was really good. I had something. But then now, in reflection, I can see the audience may have thought, wow, she's 15, because I was introduced that, and she's only 15. And there's something about our culture, we don't always embrace people, especially if you go on like you're big before your time. So they must have thought, she's grown up, because I had my mom's clothes on. And I felt like I looked good, and I had some nice popping hairstyle. Because remember, my grand's a hairdresser, and I was very creative, like, yeah, I want my hair like this, And it was probably a lady called Celia or Debbie that did my hair at that time, and bless them, God bless their soul. And when I finished now, I was like, no, don't sing again, man, Adelaide, this ain't for you. No. And I was looking at myself in the mirror going, wow, I was really that bad. Judging, because what you have to understand is, when someone threw the cup and I sang the song, I sang it to the end. Yes, I do, though we've come to the end of the road. Don't mind my throat. I had a birthday last night and I had a great party. Till I can't let go, it's so natural. You belong to me, I belong to you. And then my last line was, yes, I do. And then at the end, I went, fire burner, F you to whoever threw that cup. And I went like that. Because I was vexed and I was cussing the whole crowd and they were laughing and I walked off. Because really, when that person did it, I was looking in the crowd to see who did it because I wanted to fight that one person. I just wanted to jump off the stage. I was triggered. And that's the reason why it took me so long to audition for ITV and The Voice, because I knew if I get triggered, I needed to be in a different place. But we'll talk about that another time with their audition processes. But the point is, I think that moment, that occasion made me realise how important inclusion is. How important it is to make people feel included, and it taught me to perform. It taught me to, don't worry, I can set my face like flint and not worry about people's faces, which is a scripture in the Bible. It was just like, don't worry about people. And I went to another level of confidence. I went on to the Brit School by the age of 16. And I was a main singer at Greycoat School. I was just really great at Greycoat School. Like, everyone knew I wanted to sing. I think being at the BPI, I started to realise some people may be in the music industry but not love the music. Because you've got lawyers in the background, you've got all different types of departments dealing with different products as well, and different matters and aspects. But I wasn't involved in those parts, but I kind of said I was behind the scenes for one of the Brits Awards, because this team was specifically organising the Brits Awards, and I was backstage once and I saw Michael Saxon and he was just like covering up his face and running, and I was thinking, we're backstage, he should be fine. Why is the media still doing that to him? I just felt it very intrusive. I felt like something was wrong. I got opportunity to meet Celine Dion, which was cool. I met David Bowie's wife, Imani. I met so many different people. It was just awesome. And especially record executives. Like, there's some key names in there. I had the opportunity to go into different record labels, and then there was one that I specifically wrote to. I was writing to a few, sending my tapes, my cassettes, and there was one that I specifically went to that were A&Ring for a lady called Jamelia, whose music is still known to this day, you know, and she still does other entertainment aspects. She's still involved in other aspects of the entertainment world. But I heard one song she did yesterday. Yesterday I heard a song and it goes, you got all eyes on you no matter where you are. Don't know what bad you is. I'm a superstar. Cause you got all eyes on you no matter where you are. And I was bopping to it because I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm a celebrity. I feel like I'm a local upcoming celebrity. And some eyes will be on me because I love doing my hair. I'm an earring girl. I love my earrings. So I know I can own my little bop. But when I was with this A&I guy, he was like, I was crushed because he was talking about, it's about Premier Leagues, you're not in the high league. But I thought he was talking about my music songs, but he may have been talking about my looks, boy, because these days people don't talk to you straight, man. Them days people don't talk to you or sometimes in them days people didn't talk to you as straight as they may do now. And even if they do say something, sometimes it's just a computer behind a computer and you don't see their face. That's all that social trolling. But he basically turned around to me and said, you're size 12, you need to be a size 10, something like that. And I wanted to crumble in that office. I wanted to cry. My legs were wobbly, but I was so strong. And I remember, because even when I stepped out of the building, I thought I was going to fall. And I was falling a bit, and I had to buckle myself to stay up because I was so hurt. I've come from this place where thinking, yeah, I've got what it takes. and then realising maybe I haven't got what it takes, black artists, because there was a whole heap of us that started to come out. Because So Solid, when they came out, that was phenomenal. That opened doors for a lot of black artists, I think, and that kind of genre of music, but not just that genre of music, but people could see what was possible. And I started to think, yeah, what is possible? And by 2000, because I'd kind of given up on music, but by 2000, I got born again, and I was kind of like I could hear God calling me to get back into music, but singing for him per se, but in a way like I was testifying about what he's done for me, because I was so happy that, so happy that I could find my voice and find the love for music again, and I could see anything was possible